One of the interesting things I find about identity is there are these things that might identify us. They're identifiers, but not necessarily part of our identity. For example, I have hazel brown eyes, but that's not a big part of my identity. It's just a fact of me. And there are some things like, for example, sexuality and race and gender that, again, for a lot of people are just facts about who they are. They don't form a big part of their identity. But for others, it becomes a big part of who they are. And this is largely due to some form of discrimination against these certain groups. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. One of the key things about this is finding like-minded people. People who have had similar stories to you, people who have dealt with things in other ways. And you'll find that when someone first, let's say, comes out, but it learns a bit about themselves that goes, oh, actually I tick one or two of these boxes. It's a way to find people to connect with. And you'll even see it with things like atheism. For example, the fact that I believe no gods exist is just a fact about who I was. Yet, when I was first exploring this, I became quite a loud and proud atheist, I guess. I was joining all the atheist groups. And there are some people who go further than joining groups and talking about atheism and stuff like that. They'll have atheist merchandise. They'll have it plastered all over every single one of their profiles. It'll be a key talking point for them. It won't just be a fact of who they are. And for some people, especially things like atheism, over time, they may not be so strongly in the it's part of my identity. It becomes a fact of who they are. It depends on the battles that they're having to face in their country. And if you can apply this sort of thinking to other areas too, you might understand why there are some people who might seem over the top in whatever identity they are. They're finding themselves, they're finding their place, they're finding like-minded people. And some will continue to be what you might regard as over the top, and others, over time, once they are more comfortable with who they are in themselves, that might settle down and it'll just become a fact of who they are.